Now I've added some more oil, and see that's what I'm using, extra virgin olive oil. I think that's the public spraying oil, or it could be the Kroger. I think Essential is Kroger. But anyways, so there's my oil, or as we say in Jamaica, aisle. The aisle. You put the aisle in on the pot, and you make sure you don't put too little or too much. You have enough to cover the thing then. So the word you say is aisle, like walking down the aisle. That's how Jamaicans pronounce oil. The aisle. Put the aisle in on the pot. All right. Good. So we have the aisle there, so, and then when you come back over here, I man have my dumpling dough a rest. I'm gonna start make the dumpling them in a minute. All right. All right. So I'm back to showing you how to make the dumpling. You just break off a piece of flour, the dough. Just break off a piece like this. I'm just using one hand because I don't have my assistant is not here to help me film this. I'm gonna do it by myself. So I'm doing it by myself. So break off a piece like this, and then if I was using two hands, you just you keep turning it in the middle like this. This is the top. You can kind of fix it the way you want it, but you just keep turning it in, turning it in, turn it in like this. Turn it in. It's better if I use two hands, but I'm just showing you with one hand, okay? You turn it in. I'll just sit it over here. Okay. It's not as perfect. That's one way to do it. You can make it like this. And you could fry it with the bottom part on in the pot. Or you could make some dumplings like this. Which are a lot flatter, like that. So some people like them flat like this, like a biscuit, or a little more plump, sort of like this. See the difference? Now this I'll be doing with two hands, but I'm just doing one hand right now to show you. If it gets sticky, I put a little flour on it, loose flour, to kind of make it easier to work with. And I'll go back to showing you again. I'm kneading it with one hand. And I can fry this one is a little bit more rounded, whereas this one is a little bit flatter. Get it? More rounded, more flat, and so this was like 3 cups, and I can probably get, I'm thinking about maybe 6 dumplings out of this. 6 of them of this size. Okay. Now my oil is warming up, and sometimes what I'll do is I'll just take a little tiny piece of flour, just drop it in the oil. And that'll give me an idea how hot the oil is. So it's ready now. And then I'm gonna make some more. I'll put one in to show you. I'll put the one. Sometimes I work from the sides because the center is a lot hotter. And I'll work from the sides in. And I'll just lay it down like that. And I'll take the other one like this. Now a little trick that I remember my grandmother used to do. She'd take a fork and just kind of punch holes in the top of the dumpling like that. And she'd do the same when she turned it over. And I think that's to let, when you turn it over, that's to allow the oil to go through and soak inside the dumpling. So let me go ahead and finish the other ones, and then I will come back. All right, so here we are. We ended up with 8. 2 of those bigger ones in the middle, and 6 of the smaller ones on the outside. I put them close together. That helps them cook more consistently, and when they're closer together, rather than not having any space between them. So I usually let them brown completely on one side before turning it. Then after that, you can keep turning it. Once both sides are brown, you can keep turning it so that they don't burn on one side. And okay. And again here, I'm just kind of poking them with the. I'll turn this one over. Let's see. It's not quite brown yet, so you can just give you an idea. But and again, my stove is on about 30, halfway, medium heat. In fact, sometimes you want to turn it down a little bit. You don't want it too hot because you don't want them to burn. You don't want the oil to burn. Okay. So again, you just cook them to brown on each side, turn them brown on the other side, and then keep turning them until you can poke your fork inside and feel kind of a consistency in the inside of it. Okay.